Welcome to Above the Garage.
Hi, friends. Welcome to our discussion of the season 2 finale for Your Friends and Neighbors. Let's do our round of introduction and dive in.
Hi, I'm Melissa.
Hi, I'm Aubrey.
Hi, I'm Kimberly.
And I'm Kate. All right, so the finale. We are, of course, still in Ash's house right after he went down. The smoke alarm going off, Coop takes care of that. Barney's in charge of checking the man's pulse, which he clearly excels at. And Nick is mostly just freaking the fuck out. Nick logically wants to do the right thing, call the police, deal with this on the up and up. But Coop is not entertaining that thought for a moment. This is not his first rodeo. He knows exactly how fucked he's going to be. With Ash now being the second person who died mysteriously in close relation to Coop, this one in his actual presence. To try and get Nick on their thought train, Barney points out that Nick's the famous one whose reputation is going to take the biggest hit, along with making this national news. They go round and eventually convince Nick to clean up the scene and make the body disappear, because of course they do.
Yeah, 100%. I had the same thought about Nick. I was like, he's the only rational one making sense today.
Yeah, maybe listen to him. I know it looks bad. The optics are terrible, but it's still your best option.
I feel like I rarely am like, you know what? Nick's making some sense.
Right.
But in this case, I was like, yeah.
This whole episode, I really felt for Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Felt like his feelings were really hurt from the money laundering, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I would also be freaking out about, obviously I'm going to get caught and go to jail. So it's just the wrong decision. You shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think they just called the ambulance. It would be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Not the cops, but the ambulance.
Yeah.
Maybe the doctors or paramedics would eventually find out that he was alive and
right.
would it be okay,
Yeah. I mean, it's in their best interest for him to be dead. So I guess that's one reason to not call the ambulance. But they think he's pretty dead at this point, and they've waited a while already. I don't know.
And they would have found the drugs in his system.
Yeah, exactly. That's a big thing, right? He's acting insane. He's firing bullets at them that are in the walls. I think you got a pretty solid
case
story here.
Yeah.
Yes, case.
Do you think it would have been worse for Nick doing it this way or the other way? I guess the guilt probably worse than being on the news.
Yeah, I think it's the guilt that kills you, the secrets and the waiting for the cops to show up and figure it out. But if all the information is out there, I mean, it still sucks, but I think it's a lot easier to live with. So they immediately start scrubbing down the crime scene. No small feat with the mess that Ash was making, complete with bullets in the wall and all. Coop removes the security videos, and when Barney and Nick finish up their chores, he's just sitting on the couch in a daze, remembering that this guy has a daughter who is now an orphan. Side note, this just reminded me we never learned more about Ash's wife, which is a bummer.
Yeah.
I feel like we're not going to. But Delilah's existence alone is reason enough they have to move the body. According to Coop, he's not letting her find her father's body. They just have to decide where to take it.
I feel like we might, I think there is going to be a third season, right? It seems like there is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously, what's that man's name at the end?
Jamil?
Yeah, oh yeah. I feel like with him still obviously being in it by the looks of that scene that we saw, we might learn more about Ash in the next season, even though obviously he's dead, but hopefully we learn more.
Yeah, hope so.
I think right before they went to the security camera room, I had the thought, what if you just call Sam and see if she knows how to access the security cameras in the house in case there's recorded footage? But I had that thought for the opposite reason that they use it. Because I was like, the security camera footage proves it was an accident. Because you see him slip on the floor.
That is true, yeah.
Exactly.
So I was like, why are you deleting the footage that proves your innocence?
Exactly. It was dumb for me. They had all the proofs that it was an accident and they were safe.
Yeah.
I don't know why they did it, honestly.
Yep.
I mean, obviously they would have been questioned pretty heavily, like they were talking about. And I don't know, would Coop be getting in trouble also, with the whole, because they'd probably find out about, the money that he invested?
I mean, they knew that they were friends. They knew all of them were friends. So, they were over at his house for a dinner and then got in a fight. They could have probably softened the information about what the fight was about, come up with a cover story for that part of it.
Yeah.
But still said, we were just here and he was on whatever ketamine, I think they said, and coke and stuff, and was acting unpredictable and grabbed this gun, and they could have said all of that, and the footage would have shown exactly that happening. So I don't.
He's already known by the feds, obviously. Like
Right.
He's shady.
Yeah, exactly. They know he's like super shady anyway. So
Right. Yeah, that makes no sense to me. But I mean, I think for the sake of the drama
yeah,
of the show, it makes more sense to do this because they want it to be like, a big plot point in the episode and the
yeah,
big thing that now they all have to sit with. But
yeah. I kind of thought, just talking about the episode in general, that like obviously the first part was so like cray cray. I thought the rest of the episode would also be cray cray. So I was kind of like a little bit let down by the rest
me too.
Exactly.
of the episode, I guess.
Yeah.
It was epic, and then I felt disappointed.
Yeah, it just got a bit slow and showed things again, like we were talking about on the other episode, that really are only just like filler points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And most of the resolution on the other characters was kind of like it just faded out. There wasn't a lot of
There wasn't resolution,
drama
right?
for.
But it was also not that exciting, you mean?
Yeah, because even like, I mean, we'll get into it, but like the stuff with Elena, it was kind of
Yeah.
like, in a way, a resolution for that, but it was like so anticlimactic versus
Yeah.
like what we were expecting, that where we thought that would go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually thought for a second they were like Coop was gonna think about like calling her to like come help clean. I don't know.
Oh my God, that occurred to me too. Just like entertaining thought.
Yeah.
Because she is. But I'm really glad that he didn't do that because I'm already so pissed off with how he treats her.
Yeah. It would have been kind of fun though if they had done like almost a bottle episode style and had like everybody show up at Ash's house or something. And they were all like dealing with this together. I don't know.
Yeah.
They decide on dumping him in a body of water somewhere upstate, and then Barney opts out of the actual carrying, citing his recent vasectomy. They're not using his car either. Understandable. Luckily, it seems like Coop is still using Ash's Escalade as his rental, so that problem solved. I did laugh at Nick suggesting they call an Uber, though. So, of course, Nick and Coop are carrying the body through the foyer right when Sam walks in through the front door.
That was a funny cut when she was just standing there in the door as they're carrying the body.
Yeah, unfortunate for her.
Yeah.
The moment Sam sees that, she runs, literally, obviously wants nothing to do with this. She's pretty quickly aware of how extremely fucked she also is, maybe even worse than Coop. The optics are not good when the second romantic relationship in a year or two ends because the guy just mysteriously turns up dead in his house, and you happen to be on the premises at the time. But despite her repeated refusal to let Coop tell her what has actually happened, she finally gives in and sits on a bench with Coop while he describes the scene, the drugs, and explains Ash actually fell on his own. In return, Sam tells Coop that she was coming here to break up with Ash, which, as Coop points out, is one less thing on her to-do list this week. Unsurprisingly, that thought does not cheer her up. Coop then implies strongly what they're about to do, and Sam upgrades the plan. Bury him under the Crosby pool that's about to be poured. Genius. I love it. Excellent value add, Sam.
It's like a classic mob move too, isn't it? Like, I think there's a thing like that in Sopranos where they're...
Right.
I think it was kind of the opposite thing. They had buried a person under a pool or under something.
Yeah.
And they had to excavate them when there was some kind of construction.
Yes, I remember that. And I think in like real life, I've heard of it as well. So
I feel like that was in Dexter as well at some point.
that checks out, right?
Something to do with burying someone in concrete. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they used that too. Yeah, it's so good. I mean, it's awful. It's so awful, it's good.
It's a good idea.
I feel like it could have been funny also, like they were pouring the concrete on him and he literally just like
you just see the outline coming through the concrete or something? Or just...
Yeah, like he's like, rah! Like,
Oh, got you. He like woke up while they're pouring it. Yeah, that
Right.
could have been funny.
Crazy angry Ash.
that just reminds me, Aubrey, I'm sure you've seen this movie, A Fish Called Wanda,
Mm-hmm.
where he's stuck in the concrete, the dude at the end. Do you remember that?
Man, it's been too long. I don't remember that part, but
You should totally tell John and I'm sure he'd remember.
yeah, probably. That's funny.
I feel bad for Sam having accidentally walked into this scene.
Yeah, I related a lot when she was just like, "Don't tell me anything. I'm just leaving right now." Like,
Yes.
I can't.
Even though it's already too late, she's complicit. Yeah, I felt for her.
But she had a great idea, so I know
Yeah.
it never transpires, but
Yeah, had it transpired, that would have been great.
I was thinking, do you think that Sam is not returning in season 3 after all of this? Like she's saying goodbye and moving out.
I mean, realistically, I don't really know where else her story can go at this point.
Yeah, I felt like it was a goodbye. some way.
Yeah. Well, I feel like a lot of her story this season is, I mean, she was obviously with Ash and we saw him being weird and shit, but realistically, it was kind of just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, the actress is she's obviously like a popular actress, Olivia Munn.
Yeah.
She's known and stuff, so it could be possible that they'd want to keep her in the show. But then again, I just don't see where it would go from here. And I mean, James Marsden is a very popular actor and he just got whacked, so maybe not.
Good point.
When the men get back to the task at hand, Coop throws his back out almost immediately. Definitely should have seen that coming. And so now it's down to just poor Nick carrying the carcass on his back by himself.
I feel like that worked out well because he's the only one that could have probably done that. I mean,
Right.
I guess Coop probably could have, but maybe not with his back, like even if it hadn't just gone out.
No, I don't think, I mean, it could have like dragged him out maybe, but Nick's definitely the only one that can just throw him over his back.
Yeah.
Lucky he owns gems. Inside the car en route to the Crosbys, Barney's looking pensive, watching Ash's dead face when Ash opens his eyes and immediately attacks. The brawl resumes, this time in the tighter space of Ash's Escalade. Ash is trying to shove Barney out the car window. Coop is doing everything he can to stop it. Nick is swerving all over the place, trying to help his friends with one arm when a deer in the road manages to finish off Ash for them.
I don't know about anyone else, but I shat myself.
When you saw the deer?
No, when
he opened his eyes.
his freaking eyes up. Like,
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like usually I'm pretty good at like expecting things, but this
Yeah.
was not one of them. I was not expecting him to open his eyes, and even when it happened, I thought, wait, is Barney like dreaming or something? Like he's dozed off and like it's a dream sequence. And I was like,
Right.
okay, wait, this is going on for too long. It's not.
Yeah.
I kind of was expecting it earlier in the episode when he was like checking his pulse again, but yeah.
I don't understand why Nick didn't just stop the car as soon as this started happening.
Yeah. That's a good question. I think people just don't think logically.
But he was so on top of it earlier, talking about calling 911.
That's right. Yeah, that's a really good question. But I liked that it was a deer in the end that got him, since he like shot that deer in front of Sam earlier in the season.
Yeah.
A good call.
Karma. Good
Yeah.
karma.
Karma.
Nature getting him back. I liked it.
Yes.
The car crashes into the water, and we don't see what happens underneath right away, just Nick and Coop surfacing. I was scared about Barney dying for a minute. That would be awful.
Yeah.
But then Barney surfaces, and no Ash. The guys are debriefing on the grass, processing it all, thinking maybe this was just the universe handing them the perfect answer. Maybe it's actually all over. Even if they find the car, it just looks like he just got fucked up and drove into the lake. If not, for one little insignificant detail, he's in the backseat. So, the song Mad World by Michael Andrews starts playing. I like this song.
Yeah.
It just always makes me think of Donnie Darko because it's
Oh,
like,
yeah. It's been so long since I saw that, I think I forgot. Yeah. And they tried to fix that problem.
The only problem, realistically, they're going to have is that, like, weren't they, like, smash windows and, like, all that when they were caught up in the fight?
That's a good point.
I thought the same, but maybe the crash broke the
Right.
window. I don't know, maybe.
Right, like they could assume
Yeah.
it was the crash that did it, not them. Yeah, that's a good point, Kimberly. I'm sure there's some evidence that everything was not as it seems, but
Depends which detective they get on the case.
yes. And how long it takes, I guess, for them to find the car, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it doesn't seem very long, judging from the end of the episode. I feel like this particular action would be yet another pretty traumatic memory for them to think about in the future, working together underwater to wrangle his dead body from the back seat and move it to the driver's seat.
Mm-hmm.
But they're already literally in too deep, I guess.
Oh, nice.
that seemed very difficult.
Yeah.
Just the process of that.
Opening the doors would be hard in the water, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like
Actually,
I
you
question.
can't.
You question if it's possible? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, same.
Because I don't know if you guys have ever had a thought like, oh my God, what happens if I ever, like, that ever happens to me? I always think,
I
like,
have. I bought
Mhm.
a thing that breaks your window. It's in my glove compartment.
yeah, because that's what I was remembering. Like, I was pretty sure that, like, obviously the force or whatever the word should be of the water, you can't.
Right. Keeps the
Mhm.
doors shut.
Yeah.
That's why you need that thing.
Yes, but there is a window crash, so the water is inside. You have no pressure.
So the pressure is not the same.
Yeah.
Look at Melissa. Thank God we have Melissa on here.
That's the word, Melissa. Your first language isn't even fucking English, and I can't even remember the word pressure. Like, that's that's so poor.
No, that's great.
It's the same in Spanish, so for me it was easy.
Actual same?
No, not actually the same, but
Yeah, similar. Okay.
both of them sound similar.
You still get credit.
That's great physics, Melissa.
Yeah.
Good physics lesson for all of us.
Yeah, I'm nerdy in that way. I do have a question now. If it's able for the police to detect drugs in the body after he has been in the water, I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah.
And also, I think more than 2 weeks have gone by because
That's what I wondered, how long it would stay
Right.
in your body. I don't know. But you're right, because the next scene is 2 weeks later, so at a minimum, we're a couple weeks out.
Yeah.
Can't they detect drugs in like hair follicles up to like a crap load long later? I don't know what drugs though.
Cocaine, and that's one of them he was doing, right?
And ketamine?
Anyway, I'm pretty sure, and I don't know why I know this, that cocaine can be traced in the hair for a long time.
Mm.
After all that excitement, we just see the three of them walking home in seeming silence to the sound of Mad World and Coop's voiceover, which ends in what I did not know was a Ben Franklin quote. 3 can keep a secret if 2 of them are dead. Foreboding.
Mm.
I feel like in this case, 2 of them could keep the secret, but yeah, the third one is a deal breaker for sure. The first time Ash died, it was not their fault, but this time, they could have brought him up to the surface and tried to save him, but they didn't, so.
I also have a question that I don't know and will have to be Googled, but obviously he felt for the pulse, right? But does cocaine or ketamine or anything of those nature, like I feel like I've heard it.
Yeah, I feel like it must weaken your pulse. Like, that's what I
Yes.
assumed.
Something like that.
Oh,
but-
wait, no, I did just Google and it says ketamine typically increases rather than weakens your pulse.
Right, okay.
Cocaine can weaken your pulse, although it typically increases heart rate and blood pressure.
Maybe Barney's just absolute trash at doing that.
He is, obviously. Wouldn't you want to check it yourself too if you were one of the other guys? Like, I definitely
Yes.
would have. And checked for breathing and all of that.
I also feel like I would not feel confident about my ability to check that
Right.
like 100% with 100% certainty.
Right. I'd be like, you guys check if that was me. Like,
Right. Check and also get a mirror, put it under his nose, all that stuff.
yes, do all the things.
Yeah. Stare at his chest and see if there's any movement at all, that kind of stuff.
Right. I would have spent a lot more time confirming his status of life or death than they did.
I mean, to be fair, all of us probably would have let the ambulance confirm it when they got there.
Yes, we would have called the ambulance. So, yeah, for sure. And now we're 2 weeks later. The country club men are all discussing Ash's disappearance in the sauna. And from the outset, Nick's already looking like he's not going to be able to keep this secret, or at least definitely not the secret and his sanity. In other news, rumors Ash was an arms dealer abound. And we learn the FBI has been busy interviewing everyone in the sauna about the disappearance. I mean, they weren't interviewed in the sauna. The people in the sauna were all interviewed by the FBI. Anyway, only a couple minutes into the sauna scene, and Nick has reached his limit of tolerance of this conversation already, abruptly leaves the sauna with the excuse it was getting too hot in there, which is absolutely true metaphorically speaking. Coop and Barney share a look, understandably nervous about their own personal time bomb, walking around.
When Coop and Barney had that look at the end and everybody's laughing, I was like, man, you guys need to learn how to fake a laugh.
Yeah.
You're going to keep up with this.
But
Yeah.
they were very good. I mean, lying
Yeah, the
Mhm.
talking, I thought they did great. Yeah.
and the talk, they did great. And you can notice how Nick is, I think Nick is disturbed about how good they are
Uh-huh. Yeah,
faking
for sure.
and lying. So I think that's probably adds something to it.
He's seeing his friends in a whole different light. Yeah.
And he knows that they've betrayed his trust too. So
Right.
he's like, I can't trust you. And also, I'm watching you
Mm-hmm.
just smoothly lie about this horrible thing that's happened. And yeah.
And then Coop's talking to Delilah about her dad. It is helpful that she mostly hated him, but he's still her dad. It sucks. She's adamant that he was a bad guy, though, and she's known that and accepted it for a long time now. Coop's surprised when she goes in for a long, meaningful hug, and I was even more surprised when we find out she spent all those valuable last minutes with her boyfriend's dad instead of Hunter himself. They do their goodbye outside the car in the driveway, By the way, they're cute, and I sincerely apologize for any doubt I had in her intentions in this relationship.
Absolutely same.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same. I
Yeah.
actually like this scene with her, which I thought I was just like, I'm sorry, girl. I'm
Yeah.
sorry for it.
We were unfair.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Your dad made you look shadier than you needed to be, I guess.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, she's not like him.
Mm-mm. I mean, there was a bit of like a mean girl thing going on with her trying to
Yeah.
steal Hunter away from the other girl.
And flaunting it in her face. But
Mhm.
I think we can write that off as teenage flaws that will hopefully be grown out of.
Yes. Yeah, because she legitimately seems to really like Hunter a lot. And
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, I feel sad for him that now she's going. Like,
Yeah.
I know.
Did they say where she's going? Like, is it visitable or?
It sounded like somewhere in Europe.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind then.
But I think it's like, hopefully just for the summer, because they were talking about is she coming back for school in the fall. So
Right. Hopefully she comes back. When Delilah leaves, Mel and Coop console Hunter, though Mel's honest with him when he asks if he really thinks Ash is going to turn up. Outlook not so good. The final shot of that scene was weird to me, though, since it was only focused on Mel and Hunter and cut Coop out of it.
I didn't notice that.
I don't think it means anything. I just found it odd.
like from the back when they're watching the car go.
Yeah, but I mean, they were physically like touching. She had her arm around him or something, and
Mm-hmm.
Coop was just beside them. So it's not that weird. I don't know. Just struck me.
Yeah.
Sam's hanging her for sale sign again, so Coop pulls over to inquire, and they end up catching up on the stoop with some wine. When he asks if she's sure about leaving, she admits she's not sure about anything these days. This is how I feel when almost anyone asks me if I'm sure about anything. I literally said yesterday when my brother asked me to confirm the size of a jacket I wanted, and he asked, "Are you sure?" I was like, "No, I'm never sure, but yes, please get me the size I told you anyway." And especially with parenting, it's like infinitely more so.
Mm-hmm.
I need a handbook telling me what to do.
You're doing fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You are.
Anyway, back to Sam. Sillily, Coop suggests she stay because all their problems are maybe finally behind them. The elephant's tail and all. But Sam doesn't care that this problem may be gone. She knows very well now just how easily and fast you can get tossed out of the fishbowl that is this community. She goes so far to say that she feels like she sold her soul at a discount to get through the door. This comment clearly burrows successfully into Coop's brain, judging from his future actions in the episode. In scene, though, he tells her he feels like maybe he's just pawned it a few times. And then Sam tells him she found his sister. Probably illegally, but whatever. He really wants to see his sister. As he's leaving, Sam reminds him that there's always another elephant, and his elephant tail allegory is dumb. Or extremely short-sighted, anyway. Which is true. I cannot believe he would think everything's over now.
I was actually surprised when he was telling her to stay, honestly.
Yeah, he should stick with how he was talking to her about Ash.
Yeah.
Just get out while you can.
Yep.
Coop goes home to return all the money of Ash's that he can, $600 million for now, and then the other $400 million as soon as Jack returns it, which we know is already in the works. Coop's voiceover is hoping that $1 billion is enough to buy back a little piece of his soul. Mel's having a meeting with her publisher, an old friend from school. She says the nice stuff first, her book's intuitive, smart, and then goes straight to boring. It's funny, too, because it's apparently a book about menopause, which we've kind of been complaining about having too much screen time in the show, and the publisher agrees. Write the exciting stuff instead. It's odd that they didn't take their own advice as it relates to her storyline on the show this season.
That's great.
The publisher makes the obvious suggestion that Mel write about season 1 of the show. There's been so much excitement in her life, and that's what people want to spend their money to read. She balks at first, but it seems like she comes around to the idea before the episode is over. Meanwhile, Barney and Coop are at Nick's house in the gym, seemingly to ask for their funds that they tried to embezzle through his company, and he refuses to give them any of it until the smoke is blown over. And after only a couple minutes, once again, Nick's looked at their faces about as long as he can tolerate these days, so that's Nick out. Which leaves opportunity for the clearly hovering Elena to corner Coop and Barney. And oh my god, I hate Coop in this scene so much. She tells him bluntly that she's in real trouble and she's out of time, and yet they both refuse, even though she makes it clear she needs this money. It's not even that much to them right fucking now. She can barely process it when she learns Coop's been sitting on $1 billion fucking this whole time. And side note, she would also like to know how they fuck Nick over so that he's a walking zombie these days. But in summary, she's absolutely furious when she walks out, as am I.
Yeah, ridiculous.
I was so mad that they just let that lie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm in big trouble and I'm out of time.
Yep.
Shrug your shoulders. What?
couple of
Yeah.
rich dudes are standing here with me, and you guys can definitely do something about this, even though you're acting like you can't.
Yes. I don't care what. Sell things, talk to someone else, get me the money, help her.
Yep.
Jesus.
Exactly.
Insane.
It was infuriating.
Yeah. Like I can understand like prior to this, them being like too preoccupied, like with a lot of things, but
Right. And not understanding that she was in serious trouble, but she makes it clear now.
yeah, now she's definitely making it clear like she really needs help. And then they're just like, whatever.
I'll get it to you, just not yet. Well, she's telling you
Yes.
she needs it the second, so.
Yeah. Out of time. You understand those words? Out of time. And that she's been asking them for a while, and she's been clearly like freaking out. Like he can see that. He can read that. He can read people well.
And never checks on her again for the rest of the episode either. To see
Right.
what happened about that.
I just really hate it. And I hate that, he's so caring about all these rich people and then doesn't care at all. It just doesn't seem like it fits him. And I'm disappointed they wrote it this way.
Yeah. I hope they can rectify that.
I don't think, I'll forgive him because it's a show and it's Jon Hamm, but like in reality, I would not forgive him for this degree of negligence.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can forgive him if he like does something about it because like he does have a lot on his brain, but he'll have to do a lot.
Yeah, but he said no when she was pleading with him. And that is something I couldn't get over in real life.
No.
Also, I felt like it was a very dumb excuse. Like he can get that money from his bank account.
I mean, even at the end, when he's talking to Mel about downsizing and stuff, it's like, yeah, there's an option. There's a way to get thousands and thousands of dollars.
Right. He is also, I'm sure, has an enormous retirement account. Take the money out of that. So what? Pay taxes on it. Like, come on.
Exactly. He can find the money some way. He can ask for a loan.
Yes, from any of his rich friends. Any of them will give him $60,000 right now.
Any of them.
From any bank.
Yeah. Oh.
Elena can't.
I'm glad that she said that in the scene, though, too, because she was like, we're not the same.
Right.
That was good.
Yes, her possibilities are not the same as Barney and Coop.
Right.
Like totally different worlds, totally different possibilities. And I feel like disappointed to the writers because they are all the time showing us this, middle and high class and never how for people lower class it's harder to get those things.
Right. Yeah.
And I feel like they wasted a moment, a real opportunity to show that differences between them, the real differences.
The imbalance.
Yes. And also I felt like this season, Elena's role was only circumstantial to some very limited moments. And I don't know, they could have done so much with her.
Right. We've been saying it all along. We're watching Mel go through menopause for a half hour every episode, but we want to see Elena. And she never got her screen time. Yeah, it's just disappointing.
And I think maybe they want the show to be like elitist in some way. I don't know if...
Yes, the show is definitely elitist.
But I think it could be a good way to show that the world is not like that. The real world is not.
Yeah.
Like the balance between the rich people and poor people and how rich people get most of the time everything they want.
Right.
And poor people don't have options.
Yeah.
And they could have done it and they didn't.
Yeah.
I feel like a waste of time. In Helena, they could have done it.
Right.
Yeah, and it kind of seemed like they were going for something like that with her this season, and then didn't really go anywhere. So I feel like her entire plot could have been like in 2 episodes or something. Her whole plot for the whole season, really.
Well, yeah, because she's on screen for like 2 minutes in each episode, and not even in at least one. Anyway, I need to compartmentalize and put that Elena Coop into another box in my head, or else that alone makes me hate him. So for the sake of this next scene, which I really liked, I shall try to put it aside. Other Coop knocks on Allie's new apartment door, lying to her that sibling telepathy is what led him to her, and basically barges in to seek comfort for himself from his sister. He can't tell her about everything, but he simply wants to be near her and even asks if he can crash on her couch. It's like he told her when she was moving out, maybe I need you, Allie. Anyway, it's sweet. I like good sibling relationships. I also have a brother named Andy, whom I love very much. Anyway, I like the scene a lot. It's just cute that he, demands comfort from her. tracking her down, you know?
Yeah, I like the role reversal of it all.
Yeah, me too. And I think Allie wasn't expecting that, so it's nice.
No. And I like the blanket that she gave him.
Oh, I didn't notice in the end. It wasn't just a very large coat.
No, I think it's like one of those, those like patchwork blankets that like your grandma makes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comforting. Cute.
Just reminded me of because my nanny used to make those.
Aw. That's super cute. That's a nice added touch since he's basically a little boy needing comfort right now.
Yeah.
He also admits how much he wishes he had their dad right now. Sad. The one thing about his actual situation that he manages to tell her is that every time he thinks he's found himself, he turns around and realizes he's more lost than ever. She tells him it's his turn to face the strange, which I don't know what I thought they were, but I'm pretty sure that's not what I thought those lyrics were either.
No, me neither.
Yeah, or else I've been singing it correctly and just never thought about what it meant, but
I thought it was you can never break the chain. Wait, is it?
that's a different song. Ew, why would you bring that up?
Wait, what?
Isn't that the Luke and June sex song?
Yes, please, no.
I know. The one I'm thinking of is you can never break the chain. You know what I
That-
mean? But it
Yeah,
must be the
that's-
strange.
We're more traumatized by this than you are, apparently.
Yes. Obviously.
We're like, no, stop.
Wait, what song are they referring to then?
Well, now you've got this one in my head, and I'm sad and upset, and I don't know.
I'm so confused right now.
What is the part after face
Face
the
the
strange?
strange.
And then what's the word after that?
Oh, turn face straight.
Change. Yeah, that.
That was cruel, Kimberly.
Oh my God. Guys, I didn't even remember that at this moment.
I know.
I mentioned it.
It took us all back to a dark place.
Immediately, like 4 words.
Fuck, I don't even remember that, man. Okay, I'm glad I know what song this is. I was so confused.
That was all related to Handmaid's Tale trauma, if you are listening, and if Aubrey doesn't edit that out.
And if you happen to have avoided it, unlike some of us.
We really derailed there. Okay, back on track. Any more notes on that scene?
Change. No, that's it.
Next up, we have Father's Day at the club. Pretensions on display, of course, but big turnout. And the first person who corners Coop is Gordy, the dude he and Mel walked in on the bathroom having an affair. Coop tries to suggest he not tell him whatever he's about to tell him, knowing what that thing likely is. But then when Gordy goes for it anyway, Coop saves him the trouble of giving him any further details since he's known about this affair since the last episode or so. Tells his friend to stop fucking Diane Miller. They're not in love. They just think they are because it's new and dangerous and fun. Call the affair off and see if your marriage is worth saving before you get caught and blow your life up. Coop tells him how lonely his life is and that it's nothing to aspire to. Also fun, he gets to call the dude's wife Lisa intolerable in the course of his speech.
I like that speech from Coop.
I did too.
He was honest.
Yeah, I feel like he's something about maybe what's happened. It just made him more blunt.
I don't give a fuckness. Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of needed for some of these guys. Like they need to hear stuff like this. So
Yeah. And in reality, it's very true. He's only realistically wanting to leave his missus for this chick because it's all new and fun and they're doing it behind each other's backs and blah blah blah.
right.
It's all exciting, but then once, the excitement wears off, that's probably limited.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, Coop is right. It's almost like Gordy is using this affair as a way to change. I don't know, like he wants to leave his wife, really. And that's the
Yes.
issue. Like he should just,
Yeah.
Right.
they should just break up because it doesn't work, not because he's got this exciting affair on the side that,
Yeah.
like he should do it for the right reasons, I guess, for both of them because they don't seem happy.
Right. Conveniently for Coop, he is needed by Barney now, which provides him an escape from the affair therapy. Barney is, of course, as usual of late, worried about Nick, who's throwing back shots at the bar. Barney thinks it's the FBI agents that got in his head, even though we've already established that they interviewed everyone in the area, not just them. Coop tells him just to go talk to Nick when he sees Tori sulking against a wall, and against his best judgment, Barney does. And as a reward for that, Nick basically announces we killed him to the whole room. I'm kidding, sort of, but it was the loudest whisper that I've ever heard. Nick keeps drinking and talking loudly about the crime scene before switching subjects to the money laundering, and it seems like maybe this is just as much a problem for him, or maybe less so, but it's still huge that basically Nick's feelings have been really, really hurt by the money laundering. He feels dumb and used, and it's sad.
Yeah, I feel bad. Actually, I feel bad for both Barney and Nick, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, Barney, like, forced his way into this, though, right? Like, I don't think Coop was even trying to bring him in.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Maybe I should lower my level of sorriness for Barney.
No, I also like Barney and feel sad for him, too. So,
Yeah, I feel sad about like what happens later, I think, too, with his wife.
right. But I'm not surprised. And, like, you're kind of
Yeah.
like, good job, Grace.
She's in line there, like doing everything,
Yeah.
you know.
We like them both.
I mean, I think Barney says in this scene, "I'll never do anything like that again, trust me," or something
Yeah.
to Nick. And again, it's like, yeah, both Nick and his wife, that's been broken now. So
You can't say trust me anymore.
yeah.
Tori's feeling sorry for herself too, thinks everyone at the party is just thinking about her and her DUI, and she's also worried she did the wrong thing about college. But everything was just happening so fast, and she felt like she had no control. Coop is an excellent dad on the surface. He says all the right things to her. Your DUI will be swept under the other drama in the neighborhood in a week, and as far as college goes, you can still go. Or you can figure out what you want that's not college. We'll make it happen. We'll figure it out together. It's admirable to question your path. Most people don't, and when you're young is the time to do it. He says all the right things.
Yeah. Everything he's saying to everybody in this episode is pretty good.
Yeah.
I guess he's out from under the big distraction he had in his life, and he's able to actually focus on
Yeah.
the other people around him more.
Maybe he should become a therapist in his new toned down life.
But I think also I don't know, with all his problems, it's like he can see the world in a different perspective that everyone else.
Yeah.
So he listens to her daughter and he knows that for her it's a big thing,
Right.
the college and everything.
For sure.
But
It feels huge.
compared to his problems, it's
Yeah.
nothing. Like you can solve them.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to do college right now, you can do it later.
Right. He has unsolvable problems and he views hers and is like, okay, this is something we can fix. Don't freak out.
Exactly.
Even though it feels huge to her. Yeah. Good point. Their heart-to-heart gets cut short when Nick starts physically attacking Barney, which is really not a fair fight. Not even when Coop joins in, trying to protect Barney from Nick. Instead, Nick throws them both through a table in one move. And instead of helping his friends, or former friends, up, he just yells, "Fuck you, Coop," in their faces, and lets them struggle to get their old man bodies up off the floor themselves.
Perfect phrasing.
Feel like, well, I guess Barney got like hit by a car in the last season. Anyway, he's being like physically attacked a lot this episode. Probably not used to that between Ash and Nick.
Just had that vasectomy. That's still healing. Actually, I
Yes.
guess it's been a few weeks now.
No, right, yeah. The weeks that passed. Grace confronts Barney now outside the party, calls him out on his lies. I'm pretty sure that was way more than number 3, but she's being generous with her counting. Regardless, she's done. She kicks him out of their home. When he asks where he's supposed to go, she supplies literally anywhere else. Dumped on Father's Day. Bummer, Barney.
Sad. Do you think that Barney was actually going to tell her, like, when he was saying, like, let's talk about it at home? Do you think he was actually going to, like, reveal anything? Maybe not about Ash, but any of the other information?
I feel like he would have spent the next couple hours trying to think of, like, plausible lies to then tell her. But maybe if he really understood it was his last chance, he would be smart enough to tell her. But I don't think he would really understand that in time.
I don't think it would be full truth either way. Like maybe he would have given her some pieces of the truth, but not the whole thing.
Yeah. Also, the full truth would probably cause her to kick him out also. So
Yeah.
probably just a lose-lose.
And maybe it would be dangerous for her to know too, because then she would be an accessory or whatever to.
Right.
Because I think, isn't that a thing? Like if you know a crime and you don't report it.
Yes.
Yeah, you're an accessory or
Yes.
complicit. Yeah.
I think there's something different about husbands and wives though.
True. Yeah. And now we're at Nick's house. Elena's opening the door to Felix, of course. Close enough to what we've been predicting all along, but doing it at Nick's house is even stupider and more dangerous than we predicted. Apparently they'd agreed he'd come alone, and instead he brought a whole entourage. There's like 6 of them. And the idiot is stealing Nick's championship ring. The most traceable thing in the house will be the hardest thing to get rid of. It's so stupid. Elena talks him into giving it back, which he does briefly just to distract her right before he throws an elbow in her face. Hard. Says it's for the story, that she was surprised by burglars. Honestly, it probably is necessary for the story, but that is very clearly not why he did it. He enjoyed it. Dick.
Yep.
And did he take the ring in the end? I didn't see if... I looked.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
Yeah, because he kind of moves his hand close to hers with the ring, but I didn't see him put it in there or leave with it.
Mm-hmm.
I assume he left with it, but maybe she has it.
Yeah, hard to say. But I mean, I love how she's just running around after them, like giving them tips on how to do their job. It's
Yeah.
great because she's done it before successfully.
Right.
I feel like it would have just been easier, like maybe morally she just couldn't steal from Nick for some reason, but could have just stolen a watch and done that herself, you know what I mean? I feel like that would have been much easier for her.
But I guess this ensures that she keeps her job because if he did discover it, he would immediately suspect her, I'm sure, because that's what's happened to the other housekeepers. Like they had a couple of them where that happened, or at least one of them that happened to
Right. Got fired.
when Coop stole something. Yeah. So I feel like
Mm.
it's just a better cover story for her to be able to keep her job.
The best option would probably be to ask Nick for the money and explain the situation. He's probably, maybe, help her since the people she really thought cared about her won't. But
Honestly, that's a great point because I think Nick would.
yeah.
I don't know that she knows that he's in the position he's in. Like, she doesn't know that he's gone through his own stuff to be able to relate more to her, I guess, because I feel like going to your boss and saying, I bailed my brother out of jail could maybe be a scary thing to admit to your rich boss. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That your brother was in prison. I don't know. Like, we know Nick would probably have helped her, but I could see her being afraid to ask that because even that might have been something that he'd be like, this is shady. I don't feel comfortable with you working for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes. And also, I think it was an easy way out of this situation. It was too easy.
It felt like it was just one quick scene and the entire storyline was done.
Yeah, exactly.
You expected some big climax to happen at the end for
A big resolution.
Yeah.
Yes. And I don't know, the whole thing was disappointing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, Elena's arc this season has been so disappointing. Could have explored everything so much more. Create a not a relationship, but like she being vulnerable with Nick or with someone else. I think Elena might, I don't know, she doesn't want to feel pitied by people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think that's why she never explained to Coop her situation. Or I think that maybe the reason why we haven't seen her like vulnerable and explaining and asking for help, she's only asking for her money, not for help.
Mm-hmm.
That's two different situations. So
Right.
I think that's why.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The Cooper family is still at the club Father's Day party, missing Coop's dad, when Mel suggests maybe they should have skipped it this year. Definitely, Mel. Coop realizes it's not too late to salvage the day, though, and takes his family bowling at his dad's bowling alley. While the kids continue bowling, Coop and Mel have a nostalgic discussion at the bowling bar, and he asks if she thinks they could give up their lifestyle, if their lifestyle is in fact what ruined them, since they were so happy in their shitty apartment in their 20s. Mel suggests she'd give it all up for him if only he'd start telling her the truth, which he evades immediately when his phone rings and he excuses himself to go outside. I was wondering where this guy was. I'm surprised it took him this long. Ash's lawyer or enforcer or whoever he is, DeMille, is out in the parking lot waiting to talk to Coop. Once again, he delivers the message he gave him on the beach at Ash's party earlier in the season. You don't have a choice whether you manage this money or not. We own you. They're wiring it right back to him, and DeMille continues to swear he had nothing to do with the kidnapping. Mel is, of course, watching this whole shakedown from just inside the bowling alley.
So obviously the rest of this $600 million, he was stating that it's obviously wasn't just Ash's, and I'm assuming obviously the people that kidnapped him are like obviously that's some of their money. And
well, but then he also talks about Cricket.
Yeah.
Like Cricket could be upset enough to have gone after Coop.
Yes.
With her people, because if Coop moves the money out, then that screws up her fund.
Yeah, it would affect her fund, but they could find new investors, and it just, like, she was the question mark to begin with. Like, he had to get her on board, right?
Yeah.
To approve, to let him invest.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just seems weird to me that she would all of a sudden turn and be like, I know this money is not on the up and up, but I'm threatening you. Don't move it. I don't know. Obviously, I guess it's her, if that is what he said.
I think it's still up in the air, really, right? Because it could still be, like you were saying, since it doesn't sound like that money was all Ash's to begin with. So it could be someone that he's moving money around for that did it. But they just suspected Cricket, which was an interesting curveball because I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, same. But it'll be interesting if it is her, I guess.
Yeah. Because she kind of just vanished, too, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he hasn't talked to her again or seen her again.
So was she like, did she just have a shitload of money in this fund, or was she involved in like creating this fund?
I think both, like she created or was participant of the creation of the fund and also has a lot of money in it.
Mm.
Yeah.
How would it directly affect that though, like with someone just removing their money?
I guess that they're investing the money and you can get the money back once it's invested. I get that when Cricket said like you can pull the money out once you're in, I think she was really serious about that.
Mhm.
And it could be a problem.
Like maybe penalties or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you can't. You can pull out
Right.
once you're in.
Like they're going in together on it. So now you're linked with these other people and you have to, that's why she was doing all that back checking on them and making sure that they weren't going to ruin it for her.
Exactly. It's like you buy some stuff and you invest all that money and you need to be,
Like long term.
yeah, if you commit the money for 1 year, 2 years, you have to stay for all the time. You have penalties, or maybe you can pull the money out, but without any gain during the period. So everyone who invested lost their money, basically. The increase, that amount of money is a lot. So
Yeah.
but I'm not a financial.
Right. Same. Yeah.
So I know very little about this.
Same. Yeah. I mean, I think that the basic information to know is just that it was going to hurt her if they did what they did, if they pulled the money out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why it's not like she wasn't clear about it. She said she was clear.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that it's a future problem for season 3 to resolve.
Mm-hmm. And it sounded like Jack Bailey that was the other thing with him having to replace that money because
yes,
he had to find that much money somewhere else to replace what they were removing from the pot or from the fund. Yeah.
True. I forgot about that. But that's true. I mean, if you pull out, someone has to invest that amount of money. And it's not, I mean, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
400 million is.
I was gonna pull that out of my back pocket.
Yeah.
No problem.
$400. No million.
That I might be able to do. I could probably scrape that together, $400, but
Yes.
That's more like $40.
yeah.
$40.
So DeMille hands Coop, I think it's like a flash drive or something, and is like, I don't remember the words he says, but he's basically like, here it is, I got this back. Right before that, they're talking about Ash and where is he, and Coop's like, do you think he'll turn up and everything?
It sounded like DeMille kind of put like 2 and 2 together that Coop got rid of Ash somehow. I don't know. That's just how it made it. That's how I felt about it anyway.
Yes, I think so too. But the thing that he was handing him seemed like to me it was the blackmail video that started this whole thing, and that he probably
Yes,
had been
that's what
holding
I
on to
thought.
it. Yeah,
Yes.
like Ash had
Yeah.
given it to him at some point.
The book stealing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think that was like another piece of, we're finalizing all of this and I'm giving this
Yeah.
back to you, so this is over now.
Mhm.
Even though,
Yeah.
could have 10 copies.
It's not over, but yeah.
Yeah, you could have it on like
yeah, exactly.
every external hard drive at his house or whatever on the cloud.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think I think I would probably have accepted it just because what would be his reason to keep that now, really?
Yeah, there's not really one. I feel like I said, I feel like he knows that Ash is definitely not coming back at this point, so
Right.
there's no real need for it, I guess.
Right.
And it's like a book, like it's a fucking book, leave it alone.
He should have handed him the video and the book.
Yeah, here you go.
I liked when Coop said to the lawyer a little tip, sometimes it helps if you just say the thing you're talking about.
Yeah.
I like that line.
Never does that. And Coop's final voiceover shows a little update on our friends. Barney's moving into Coop's, of course. Sam's staring into a fire with wine in her hand. And Jack Bailey's looking at a strange painting that I'm assuming was the painting that Coop stole from him last season. He said it was his favorite painting. It's nice that Coop returned it. And Coop's really enjoying bowling with his family. Despite everything, he's feeling a little hopeful again, like his dad's essence has finally gotten through to him. The idea that he could still find an honest way to live and be content in the little things. Elena's telling the police about the break-in, and Mel is writing her new book, presumably the story of their recent lives. Fisher's line on a lake snags on, we don't know what, but that we can assume is Ash's car or body or something foreboding. And that is season 2 of Your Friends and Neighbors.
Yeah, I kind of wasn't expecting the Ash storyline to go into the next season, but clearly it's going to now that they're going to find him.
Right. I was also wondering, when did he stop seeing his dad? I'd think that his dad would still be haunting him, but was it just for that one episode he saw him?
I think maybe it was over 2, but yeah, it seemed like it was a phase of time that he was seeing him. Maybe just because all the Ash stuff is over and that was giving him guilt with his dad, like part of the reason he was seeing his dad.
Right.
And also just some time has passed now, so.
Yeah, could easily just be that. So Mel's going to write a book about all her family's scandal?
Sounds like it. She's going to write season 1.
Yeah, without discussing it with Coop. That's kind of unpleasant for him.
Yeah. As much as I want Coop to be happy and all that jazz, I kind of don't want him to be playing Happy Fams. I don't know. It's not good for the show. Happy Fams ain't good for the show. This show anyway.
The final episode ever, he could do that.
Yeah, Happy Fams last episode. I just hope that the writers kind of get rid of some of the boring subplots that we don't need and the stuff that we want to see realistically. I just hope that because I've been reading a few reviews here and there, and a lot of them think the same as us, like it's very slow in some parts. So I do hope they read those and kind of revamp what they're doing a little bit.
Yeah. I am requesting more Elena, please, as I've done every episode.
Yeah.
Same. And I think there was a casting story about Joshua Jackson joining.
Really? Pacey?
Oh my God. That would okay. I'm a bit more excited now. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. I mean, we already watched this show because we like the cast, but...
You know what? Put some boring storylines with Joshua Jackson just at the screen. I'll just be happy. Like, take all of that back. If he's in a boring storyline, I will watch it.
We can just watch him and Joshua Jackson and Jon Hamm cuddling on a couch watching movies. We'll just watch that for 10 straight episodes.
Yeah.
That would please everyone.
Yes, and Barney can come in like every so often and make a joke and then fuck off.
Yes.
Bring snacks.
Yeah.
That is very exciting.
Yes, that is excitement.
All right, I guess that's a wrap on our discussion of season 2 of Your Friends and Neighbors. We will be back with season 3 whenever it's out. In the meantime, you could watch Cape Fear on Apple TV Plus, which we are also podcasting right now. 2 episodes out last Friday. Thanks for listening.
Bye.